Yeah.
What is it?
Greetings.
Master Fayfire, I need to speak with you.
Did you really?
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins.
Damn and blast.
Yes. A certain... Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected.
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to...
Ulrich, you say?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his...
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of.
I asked him who his...
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake...
That would explain why those fakes bear the pass...
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau... Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Well this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market. Good luck, then.
Yeah! Yeah!
Brooms for your house, the rakes and hoes for your field.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
I'm glad you're here.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sahanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error.
What has it got to do with...
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
All right, we should get going then.
I suppose. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. And I see I did the right thing. Jesus, Henry, if you're going to be...
Thanks, sir, but I'd rather...
You'd rather disgrace me?
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
Like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camberg. That name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too, a cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair, after all. Maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
fucking bandits. I'd much rather do battle with other nobles. Why? Bandits are easier to defeat, aren't they? Maybe, when you're face to face with them. But those sneaky fuckers are always hiding somewhere in the woods like animals. With the nobles, you know where you are. They have rules.
Greetings.
So, what do you think?
Old Hanush is right about one thing. It's time to stop chasing
No
wenches
wonder.
and start...
He chased that horse on half across the county, and the skirmish didn't end
I agree.
for him. He
Why
lost
would
a
I?
lot of men.
I finally have a chance. We'll ride there, hack those bastards.
But Sir Hanush said we should get them out of the field
And how else do you...
with diplomacy.
I'd much rather do
You
battle
can't
with
parley
other
with criminals. Enough
Why?
talk. See you
Bandits
later.
are easier to defeat, aren't they? Maybe.
Sir Hanush sent...
And mount up, youngster.
I've taken care of...
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Oh. I've had another report. Some folk were ambushed to the west.
All right, I'll take a look around.
What the hell? Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hanush sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Undoubtedly, Sir Hound. I just meant for your own safety.
Yeah,
I know what you meant, Captain. Forget it.
yeah.
Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumors.
Yeah.
About his being a relative of mine, the Melodas?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
Yeah.
Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well,
Yeah.
let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same.
Yeah.
Only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
Yeah.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old
Yeah.
wives' tales.
I meant no offence, Captain. Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Camberg plan from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our
Yeah.
Camberg relatives. When Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
Yeah.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he'd cursed them. I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Yeah.
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cry. Yeah.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. You see, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, did...
Yeah.
So, she fell pregnant. They say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4
Yeah.
didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived, and he was disfigured. Wilhelm. They say the witch cheated her, and instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful!
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though.
Yeah.
When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough, but he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
Yeah.
Right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, but because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurses used to tell me. How are we supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Whoa! Vitus and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
Hey, watch it! I'll remember you.
Tell me, Captain.
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes...
So what's the cause of your
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit.
How are you
Milota, Wolf...
How do you mean?
Like I said, only instead of getting rid of the unborn...
What, all at the same time?
All in one night.
And you believe?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. As for Wolfen...
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsens are holed up, according to the report. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can.
All right, Captain.
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above... Take care. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I feel quite hungry.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Captain Burnett,
Well, they came, took everything they could.
we're trying to catch up with that gang, so
What do you want?
how many of them?
2 or 3?
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
So your husband was...
Yes,
What did they take?
not much.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking,
More or less.
But just to what?
Ah,
So, were you inside or outside?
well, like I say,
Look here, I'm not...
no!
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one... If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay.
Lord Jesus. Why must...
So,
First, promise me...
that's exactly what I'm here...
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. I noticed one of them had an injured leg.
That was very Christian of you.
All I cared about was that they would...
Go on.
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp.
So you know where they're...
I won't go to their camp, no.
That'll do me.
Good luck then. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for.
Thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God save you.
I found that in...
Ah,
Not really.
how many men did you see?
Around 10.
The same as us. Well, now we'll see if my cousin is really as...
Wouldn't it be better to...
Parley with robbers?
Sir Hanish ordered me to...
What are you trying to say?
I could go and parley with Wolflin, even if it comes to nothing.
Wolflin's a conceited bastard. If he knows you come from me, he'll receive you just for a chance to tell me. I'll give you a livery with my coat of arms, so it's clear you're my messenger. And you'll...
Thank you, Captain.
I hope so. And try and come back in one piece. I don't want to explain to Sir Radzig why I sent his favorite into a robber God be with you.
God be with you.
I convinced Cap...
Are you mad, Henry?
They won't kill me. They'll know I'm Bernard's envoy.
I don't think a gang of bandits will pay too much. Good luck, then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you!
I'm Captain Bernard's envoy. I'm here to parley.
Why should I trust you?
I'm unarmed. What harm can I do?
That's true. You are wearing Sir Bernard's colours. I suppose I should take you to Sir Wolfley. But if you try...
You have my word.
I'll have yours too if you don't want it.
Who do we have here?
Henry, I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard of Oleshna. So, what exactly is your message?
Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit. What did you used to do before all this?
Why do you want to hurt them?
That bastard Malotta stole villages that belonged to my father. I was in Poland when my father died, and Malotta...
You came back though, didn't you?
Aye, I came back. But Malotta bribed... So they think I rose from the...
That's unfortunate. But surely the courts of the king wouldn't believe it.
Maybe not, but the king's in captivity, and none of the nobles have time for courts. No one will hear my case, and by the time...
I heard some interesting...
So Bernard's been...
So your father didn't...
What? A twisted mouth? Aye. Looked like it was run over...
What's that?
That my grandmother was one of 5 babes, and her mother one of 4. And then that talk of the witch. Pah! My grandma couldn't wait to marry my grandfather.
Let's settle the matter the chivalrous way. You...
And the loser?
There'll be no loser left alive.
I like your spirit, young fellow. But why should I agree? If you win, my men will go and leave the loot here. But what if I win?
You'll have to see, won't you? Maybe you'll gain nothing by winning, but at least you won't lose the respect of your men.
You're a clever one. It seems a waste.
Fucking hell! Shit! You fucked up there!
That's it, Wolflin! Chop him to pieces! Kill the insolent bastard! Chop him to pieces!
Yeah! Dubsy-dee-dee!
You're not afraid of That's in teeth! You're not afraid of molest the curse! Got him, Sir Wolflin!
I'll slaughter
Kill the horse, son! Sir!
Way off!
Chop him to pieces! Got him, Sir Wolflin! Get him, sir! Got him, Sir Wolflin! That's it, Wolflin! Kill the insolent bastard! Kill the insolent
bastard! That's him, Sir Wolflin! Kill the horse, sir!
You know how this one ends.
Get him, sir! Take that fucker a lesson! Kill the horse! Get him, sir! Kill the insolent bastard! That's it, Wolfman! Kill the insolent bastard! Teach that fucker a lesson! Teach that fucker a lesson! Chop him to pieces! You're not afraid? Get him, sir! Get him, sir, Wolfman!
Bugger! Come on, then!
Get him, sir! Got him, sir, Wolflin! Kill the insolent bastard! That's it, Wolflin! Teach that fucker a lesson! At him, Chief! You're not afraid of some Aleshna? Kill the horse, son! Got him, sir, Wolflin! That's it, Wolflin! Chop him to pieces! Kill him! Kill him! Kill the horse, son!
You'll get what for? You're dead.
Kill the horse! Take that fucker! Get him, sir! Kill the horse! Got him!
Dolphins stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Never losing. Robbing, fucking, whores and boozing. Take the wind, burn the
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome, Henry.
I've just come back from...
And in one piece, I see. That's something, at least, but I doubt you achieved anything.
It depends how you look at it. Wolflin is dead.
What?
He's dead, Captain. I challenged him to a duel and won.
I sent you to parley, not fight. But at least I don't have to put my men's necks on the line. So something good came out of your rash disobedience.
But we'll still have to hunt down the rest of his gang.
They're less of a threat now. They'll scatter without a leader. We'll take care of them. You ride your Ratai now and report to Sir Hanush. And next time, you do as I order. Is that clear?
Yes, Captain.
Good luck, then.
God bless you.
I went to parley.
So how did that...
He's dead.
What?
I challenged him to a duel.
You challenged Wolflin of Camberg to a duel?
Maybe a...
What about the others?
Most of them scattered.
Well now, this calls for a...
I'm happy to tell it.
Take care.
Yeah!
Henry! I'm glad you came.
What?
Ah! Good health,
What is it?
Henry.
Greetings.
I have news from the camp.
Speak.
I persuaded Captain Bernard to let me parley with Wolflin.
Bernard agreed. I'm surprised.
So was I. But in the end, we settled it the chivalrous way. I challenged him to a duel.
Good God. Well, I always knew you had balls. Sometimes more than enough. So Wolflin is dead?
Yes, and his gang scattered around the woods. Captain Bernard and his men are hunting them down now.
I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
God be with
Let's fight.
I told you. Don't come back to me. Goodbye.
Be a bit more careful.
I'm at your service, sir.
You're Stephen, aren't you?
Oh, yeah? And why would you want to? Take care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honoured.
Aren't you? Maybe not.
Yeah, and you can pass it on to us that need it.
Yeah.
God save Henry.
I'm interested.
And what is it?
A bit of everything.
That can be arranged.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll...
I'm interested.
And what is it?
Oh. I'd like that.
As you wish. Do you have...
Fine.
I'm sure you...
I'd like to.
Uh-huh.
Welcome, Henry.
Oh. No deal. Oh. No deal. I'd like that.
As you wish.
Fine.
I'm sure you...
Yeah.
Hey! What the hell? God save...
Is there any...
In this day... Goodbye.
I've got some goods.
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
God be with you.
Good luck then.
I'm honored.
Take care.
Do you want to get me in trouble?
Farewell.
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye.
Since it's you.
Well now, a little... Aye.
Take care now.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we...
Agree?
Come now. Just a little... See now.
Yeah.
My family, my livelihood.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I want your money, bastard! And all your valuables! Hand over all your...
No fucking way.
If you think I'm too at him, I'll slay you, you scum!
Yeah! Ow! Here! Yeah! Wah! Yeah!
Come here, lily liver. Go.
Curse it! Yeah.
God be with you, Henry.
I hope I can...
I've got some goods.
All right. God be with you.
Let's have a word about the prop.
Well,
Here.
my word.
Flour, eggs, salt, yeast. Let it bake a bit. Garlic, onions, mushrooms, and asparagus.
God be with you.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'd like to just... Satisfied?
We're getting... See now.
Help your neighbour.
The people have a place and have a to drink.
What the hell?
I'm honored.
I've heard that...
Did that Sasso...
Why?
Why? Because there was nothing left for him. And now he's envious and wants some too. Well...
Man, isn't there...
No way. See you later. Take care. No. That...
Are you serious?
My humble...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God grant you.
Let's fight.
You gave those two a pretty good hiding, and I made a groschen or two in bets. You Scalitz fellows are good for my purse. See you later.
Ow! 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.